Hey guys, welcome back to Skyward Sword. In the last episode, we got the claw shots again, so we have collected a total of 4 claw shots this game. But, well, we also lost the claw shots before we got them back, so that might have something to do with it. And the reason I'm not moving is, as you might guess, I'm trying to pull myself down because I forgot to take the beacons off of the ones we already got. Don't look. Do not you dare look at what the other ones are, because we're going to be surprised. I mean, I've played this game once and seen NCS play through it, but I don't remember everything. It's so fun playing things that you won't remember exactly. Like, you'll remember the whole thing, but you won't remember exactly how it's done, which is why, you know, I could keep playing that, the ice block puzzle from Twilight Princess over and over again. And now we finally get to, you know, go in there. Wait, do we? Let's think about what's the best way to go. We don't have bombs. Stupid bugs, there's no way for us to catch them. That's just where we fall down, although there was something over here. There was a, one of the key shards, but there's not going to be anything in here now. Wait, go to the beacons. Go to the frickin' beacons. Which way is it to the beacons? This way. Follow the light, like the bug. Yeah, so now we finally get to do something there. You might have seen that door earlier. And now we're in... Well, where are we? It looks like we're in the summit, except, well, we're not at the top. So, where are we? Well, we happen to be in a place that is... I kind of forgot. I kind of thought this was going to go somewhere else, but no, it's just a place to get more hearts if you need them. I do have to come back in here. Wait, did they take my harp? No, they didn't take the harp. Well, that's very interesting. Why wouldn't they take the harp? They took everything else? If they just thought a musical instrument couldn't be so useful. Well, it's not really that useful. I also agree with CJ01 when he said, you know, they should have allowed you to warp. I mean, why not? Although one thing I will bring up, and I'll do this later, but the Grucinator machine actually does allow you to go to, different locations. It's not that useful, but at least it's there. I mean, I'd do it once. A dragon said to live at the peak of the volcano. You're nowhere near the peak, though. No. Yes, I am. Man. And this Phi. I mean, what would I do without my servant, you know? I mean, Phi kind of like, I don't know, if you had to describe Phi, you know, you might describe her as sort of a workaholic, because she's only focused on her job, and she doesn't really fear for her own safety, like some of the other sidekicks in Zelda games might have. She doesn't really have a personality, but like, she doesn't complain. She doesn't, you know, she'll give Link advice, but she'll never tell him what to do, if that makes any sense. And she'll tell him what he has to do, but, well, he doesn't have to do it. And that, once again, that doesn't make any sense, but hopefully you know what I mean. So we gotta ride through the lava. This looks like one of the rides at my amusement park. And yes, that project is finished, the whole school year is finished, and I start college in 2 days. Kind of. Maybe. I don't even know if I'm signed up for that or not. I think I am, yeah. And I'll just be taking math, so Man, it's me weird having a different math teacher, though, than the one I'm so used to. Oh, well. Back to Zelda. Treasure chest right there. If Link was smart, he could go in and just grab the treasure chest without being seen. Well, I mean, he would be seen, but he could just grab the item and then run away. But Link can't do that because the game programmers didn't allow him to. And at least those guys are pretty dumb too. So we're going to have to find some way to disarm the spotlight. Sometimes in here I kind of lose track of which items I have and which ones I don't. Oh, jeez, I was trying to put the bomb. See? But, well, we can still use the bomb because... Aw, wrong way. Would it be better to throw it, I wonder? Yeah, I think so. So now that is knocked over. And we get to get something else. Wonder what we get now. Oh, I actually kind of thought I was going to get the bomb bag. Because, well, we've already seen a couple of rocks that we can blow up, but I haven't seen anything that has to do with the whip. I bet it's, yeah, it's actually how you open that gate. So, oh no, I saw one of them, shoot, but I'll forget which one it was. And do you guys really care? Here we go, yeah. Alright, we get to use 2 of our items for one puzzle. The whip and the claw shot. That's so cool because once I saw the whip, I kind of thought, oh, the claw shot's not going to be in this game. And then it was. That was one of the most surprising things ever for me. One of the most happy surprises. You know, as far as the items go in this game, I mean, it doesn't take a genius out to figure out that I'm disappointed at some omissions. You know, magic power, spinner. Put those in and it'd be perfect. And I know there wasn't any magic power in Twilight Princess, but I kind of missed the magic attacks, you know. I mean, it's not like it's a huge deal, but if I were to create a Zelda game, I would include them. And they kind of haven't been in a lot of other Zelda games. You know, I wonder if they'll bring it back. That would be a better... And speaking of Zelda Dungeon again, that would be a better question to ask the Curiosity Shop than, do you think we'll see fairies return in another Zelda game when there are fairies in this game? Unless you're referring to the Great Fairies, which there actually aren't any Great Fairies in this game, and we haven't seen any since Twilight Princess. Oh, that actually hit. Did I save? I think I did. Is there anything to do up here? I already checked up here, didn't I? No, I didn't. So, which way do we go? I didn't see any beacons, so playing blind way, it probably would be better to just go straight to the top and work our way back, because then we can see everything. Oh, I just realized it didn't take away our sailcloth either. And apparently, I bet it doesn't smell so nice anymore though, I'll say that. Whee, so hot. I mean, he already sweats enough from running, and now we're in a hot place too. And there's some seeds that we can't use. Our slingshot is still missing. So this is also one of the ways to get your slingshot to be useful again, by giving you back your slingshot before the bow and arrow. Which, I mean, it would make sense that they would. I mean... Oh, a little while ago, all the bad guys started disappearing. Okay, so we definitely need the bomb bag to get through there. Oh, this is a cool remix. They have cool remixes for the levels. They had one in Faron Woods, too, when it was all flooded. Sorry if this is taking so long. I tend to be a slow video game player, so... I mean, I don't really know this game as well as I know some other Zelda games. But... maybe that's one reason why it's good that it's so linear for me to, for me to be able to Let's Play right now. Like, I don't know if I, remember DK64? I tried to LP it right after I beat, and I got pretty lost. And if there's one game I wish I had not LP'd, it would be DK64. I would do such a better job at that now if I was going to do it. There's no rule that says I can't LP a game twice. Like, I would totally do it if it was... I don't know why I don't, actually. Really. I mean, maybe not LP it again, but just go back and get the things I missed. But the thing is, I don't remember what I got, what I missed. And being able to LP it again would just be... and I would be able to improve on the things I already did. I mean... other LPers have redid games. But never on the same channel. And if they do, it's something, different about it. Like, Nintendo Capri Sun LP'd The Legend of Zelda twice, but the first time was different. First time was Second Quest Swordless, second time was First Quest 3 Heart Run. I just gotta say, I mean, jeez. I mean, he must think that game's pretty easy if he LPs it twice and not once normally. And, I do not think The Legend of Zelda is easy at all. So. Yeah, we can't get it across from here. And we don't have our hook beetle either, so. Gotta get it across. Oh, shoot! No. Control stick right, left, up, whatever. Oh. Now where do we go? Right here. Okay, you know what? I'm actually glad they did that. At least if Link's gonna be stupid, they're gonna be stupid too. Notice we don't have our dowsing ability either. Anything with Phi is gone. Sometimes you forget how these characters help you use abilities, like a sticker star when you can't do the bonus spinner when Kirsty gets kidnapped. And I really wish I could LP handhelds. I would do sticker star. It would be a great game to LP. Because, Was anyone else really surprised to see that Chugga Conroy, really didn't like sticker star? And, he kind of said that... I mean, he never said... He said that he liked some things about it. He says that he loved the puzzles, but he did not like the battle system. But, it seems like Chugga Conroy, almost doesn't really hate on games. I mean, not that he hates that, but it seems like he doesn't dislike games. I mean, he's always been a black sheep LPer. And, there's not going to be a bigger black sheep than Sticker. Well, I guess Super Paper Mario was a black sheep, and, he liked that one. Okay, there we go. About time for that. I mean, seriously. And we got our scatter shot back. Oh, yeah, I forgot it was a scatter shot. I like how the game actually goes into detail to acknowledge that I did get the upper grade. Okay. And then we have the scatter shot. We'll have to make our way back there. I think that if we do this, it's just going to take us back to, man, there are more peaks over there. That's so weird. Yeah, I think this is just going to take us to... Where is this going to take us? There? What is there? Nothing important there. Okay. Okay, back to using the claw shots. Link wasn't a lefty that long ago, so here we go. I kind of wonder if, you know, in Link to the Past 2, going back to that, which is, it's still, I don't know, people, what is it, Zelda 3DS or Link to the Past 2? I mean, just Link to the Past 2, that's what they said, that's why I freaking played Link to the Past 1 again. I should probably share my opinions on Link to the Past 1, actually, because I really have never shared my opinions on that game before. Link to the Past is a really fun game. I like it a lot. I mean, think about it this way. Dungeons are my favorite part of Zelda games, and I've always wanted there to be a Zelda game that was pretty much based off a dungeon. You know what? I gotta talk about that some before I share my full opinions on Link to the Past. Well, one at a time here. So, Link to the Past has the most dungeons of any Zelda game, and it's all about just getting to the next dungeon, but like they do it so that there's more time spent in dungeons. And I love that. And the dungeons themselves are pretty cool, too. The bosses, not so much, but the dungeons themselves, too. Awesome. So, and there's like so many of them. Like, I still have, what, in that game? I still have like 3 or 4 more dungeons left. No, I think only 3. I just beat Ice Palace, so I think only 3 if it's the desert, the mountain dungeon, and then the final castle. I think there's a final castle. But yeah. I mean, it's like they almost like diminished on the amount of so-called adult dungeons. Like, because it seems like, well, no, Twilight Princess got it back, but because it seems like in every game, it seems you have to get 3 of something, and then you have to get a number of something more that is not always 3. It's usually something else. In Link to the Past, it was 7, which is awesome. Ocarina of Time, it was 5, pretty good. Wind Waker, it was 2, unacceptable. Twilight Princess, it was 4, and then they had another dungeon after, and the final one. And so, yeah, that's pretty good. Twilight Princess had a good amount of dungeons. In this game, it was 3. I want more. And the only reason Wind Waker's 2 is so unacceptable is because those dungeons were not good at all. They were not well designed. You know, not as bad as Epic Mickey 2, but well, you know what I mean. Wait, we can't burrow here? What? Oh. Well, now what? Oh. Okay, we gotta be able to burrow at one of these places. Well, it's gotta be there, otherwise what would be the point of... Well, no, there would still be a point to it. Come on, Scattershot, be useful. I don't think you've been useful yet. But anyway, back to the dungeon thing. I really want them to make a Zelda game like Zelda 1 and Link to the Past. But make it for... It was the one in the middle. Why didn't you just check that one? But make it in a 3D scale. So you have like... Because, especially Link to the Past, because Link to the Past had 12 dungeons. Zelda 1 had 9, which is pretty good. But the only reason I said that is because that's one of those games where the emphasis is placed on dungeons, and the overworld is just there to get you from dungeon to dungeon. And, I mean, that's the case in all Zelda games, but in all other Zelda games, like, this game kind of comes close, because there's not that much, you know, exploration to do. But, no, I want a Zelda game where there's still exploration, but almost all of it is optional. And in the main game, you can just go from dungeon to dungeon, and like, not that many quests to do in between the dungeons, basically. Now, this game is not as bad, because you have to, because some of the quests you do is, are like, the way you get from dungeon to dungeon is on these paths, which have a lot of puzzles on them that make them almost feel like everything, like, and mini dungeons and stuff. But if I was gonna make a Zelda game, this is what I would do. I would put like 20 dungeons in it. I'm not even kidding about that. Maybe that would be too much. Okay, then I'd make like 10 to 15, something between that, like really high. Like twice as many as normal. And make it so, just make the overworld, make it so that there's nothing preventing you from going in the dungeons, is that all the exploration and the stuff you do is just to get extra items or heart pieces and stuff, and not like things that, oh, put it here. I mean, do you get what I'm saying? Think Link to the Past, but 3D, okay? In Link to the Past, everything you do in the overworld, almost all of it is optional. And the only things that you have to do, well, there are a couple of items that you have to get that seem optional and then actually turn out to be required. I've never really been a big fan of that. But, you know, other than that small detail, you know, if there's going to be an item that's required, at least tell the player where it is. Like they did it with the ice rod. They did not do it with the ether, and I had to look up a guide for that. If they did do it for the ether, it's some guy off in a cave and not some text that is brought up upon you. Speaking of that, my brother said the stupidest thing ever. Like, he's not a fan of games like these, and he says his biggest problem with adventure games is that you don't know where to go. And we were talking with some other people, and they said, like, or another person, CJ. Yeah, I don't know if you remember him, but he says, well, you have to read the text. And I'm like, you know what? That's a great point. Because I couldn't really, I mean, yeah, you have to read the text to know where to go. And he's like, oh, well, that sucks. So no wonder he doesn't know where to go, because he just skips all the text. You know, you can do that if you've played a game a bunch of times, but not your first time. And thank you, that actually helped me. Oh, well, that didn't. Okay, in the next video, we will go in the summit. We've gotten all the items that we can outside of the summit. So in the next video, we'll go inside, see what we can do there.